Hi, everybody. Coming up on 7:30 right now, I'm tracking severe weather. You just saw Griffin on WYFF News 4 mapping out the possibility of these storms that have been rolling out of Tennessee, now into the western North Carolina mountains, and now into the upstate, where a severe thunderstorm warning is in place right now for the upstate of South Carolina. We've got Pickens, Greenville, and Spartanburg counties all under this warning right now as this rolls on through this area. We're watching it very closely. Strong winds, the main concern. We've also got a tremendous amount of cloud-to-ground lightning. If you will, please give me a heads up where you're watching from right now, and I'll try my best to answer your questions on what we're seeing right now. But yes, severe weather a big concern, and just getting new information in from the National Weather Service of several storm reports that are moving through the area right now. We've got Greenville, Spartanburg County, Simpsonville, Five Forks, all in the path of this as it rolls on through, as Live Super Doppler 4 gives us that instant look at where the storms are located right now. You've also got a cell moving toward Lake Hartwell. I don't want to discount that one. It is not a severe storm. However, it is packing a punch. We've got a lot of heavy rainfall and a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning associated with that right now as it rolls on through. So I see Taylor's watching in the house. The mothership is over Anderson Shore. That is a big storm off in the distance right now. In fact, looking from our Skycam networks, I'm able to show you a couple of different vantage points of this storm. Let's start first in Greenville, where some of the worst of this is rolling on through right now. We've got some very strong storms. Here we go. Let's look at Spartanburg. Getting real dark. That's looking toward the south, so we're not seeing the strongest of the storms. They're kind of behind where this camera is positioned, so that camera is about to change in the near term. And then looking at Anderson, Lake Hartwell, looking out, again, looking away from the storm, but you get the picture. It's about to come down hard and heavy over Anderson, westbound over Lake Hartwell. The big part of this storm sits right now over Greenville and Spartanburg County, where an active warning is in place. This is strong winds. The warning goes until 8 o'clock. We've got Travelers Rest, Taylor's, Greer, Lyman, and Spartanburg all in the path of this storm as it rolls on through. And we're watching that closely because these areas are primed up. I mean, it's been very hot. It's been very humid out today, and that has led to us seeing storms. And getting new information in from the National Weather Service, several more storm reports coming into the computer here as we're seeing damaging winds being reported in Buncombe County, McDowell County, several storm reports coming out that way. And we have this updated severe thunderstorm warning for Polk and Rutherford counties. So Bostic, southbound, lots of lightning. I mean, it is just absolutely pouring right now, heading toward Chesney and Gaffney if your travels are that way. So let's put a couple of storm tracks on this as it rolls on through. If you're out and about, maybe at dinner right now, you don't have long. I mean, this is racing through very quickly. So it'll be in areas like Simpsonville at about 8:01, Fountain Inn at about 8:10. And again, lots and lots of lightning associated with this as it's rolling on through the area here. So downtown Greenville, Spartanburg, Simpsonville, Fountain Inn, some of the areas. Let's get in a little bit closer and show you what's going on. There is a severe thunderstorm watch for the mountains. That's since kind of null and void at this point because the severe weather's already rolling through. But several reports of damaging winds coming in from right behind this storm system. Getting new information in from the National Hurricane Center. They're continuing that severe thunderstorm warning for Greenville and Spartanburg County just in. All right. We've also got the potential that this storm is producing some marble-sized hail, but the primary concern that we've seen has been wind. Wind damage reports here from Haywood County to Henderson County, in through Buncombe into McDowell County, right along the I-40 corridor. This is all part of a piece of energy rolling in that's actually going to bring in better weather for us tomorrow. It'll be more sunny tomorrow, not exactly cooler, so it's still going to be very, very hot tomorrow. It's just we're not going to be as hot. So again, looking at the National Weather Service data that's just coming in, we have got severe thunderstorm warnings that continue for Greenville and Spartanburg counties right now, and getting in closer. Live Super Doppler 4 giving us that instant look. Where are my Anderson peeps at? Watching right now from Hartwell, Clemson. You just got rocked by this storm, producing some heavy rainfall. A couple of lightning strikes associated with that as well. Let's put that in motion. Moving through LaFrance, Star, Iva. You're about to see that storm as it's sliding south very quickly. Who's watching in Five Forks right now? You're seeing those skies off in the distance getting very, very dark. watching that closely, and it's bearing down on Paris Mountain, Wade Hampton Boulevard, Taylor's, near Taylor's First Baptist. Our friends at Lake Robinson, it's just pouring right now. Greer to Lyman seeing some strong storms, and this is all continuing to move on through. And in fact, I think we're going to continue to see this over the next hour or so for these areas as it's trying to push toward the south. When will it be over for Clemson? We've got that rolling through right now. You're probably seeing the worst of it push south. It's now moving over Lake Hartwell. So anybody that might be on the southern side of the lake, you need to be getting off the lake right now. Maybe you're watching me from a boat. Anybody doing that right now? Hope you've had a great day. It's been a great day. Honestly, it wasn't too bad this morning with the clouds. Then it kind of amped up, and we got primed up for some storms as the humidity cranked up with that heat. North Lake, Anderson, Flat Rock, and Iva all on the path of this strong storm. But the bulk of this activity, the strongest part of it, is up here, and it's kind of curving out into almost like a little V right here. So let's track a couple of different sections of this. If you're in the Five Forks area, Batesville area, about 7:45 to 8 o'clock. Then Greenville at about 7:47. Simpsonville at about 7:55. Gant at about 8:01. Let's scoot up a little bit toward the airport. Who's watching from Greer right now? Give me a thumbs up if you're watching from Greer. Let me know where you're watching. It was certainly hard and heavy in downtown. Now it looks like the worst of that's kind of pushing toward the Five Forks area. There's I-85. It's literally about to cross I-85 as we speak, coming down 14, approaching Woodruff Road and 14 here within the next few minutes. There's Reedville. There's Batesville downtown. Let's push it south into these areas. So we got the downtown Greenville Airport, 740. Cashville, Bell's Crossroads, just south of Five Forks there at about 748. That's the way it's shaping up right there. Let's kind of scoot over here to Spartanburg County, kind of a separate angle of this storm as it's coming on through these areas. Boiling Springs to Lyman to Fairmont, pushing southeastbound inside this other half of the warning. So that would put it in Valley Falls at approximately 7:39. Fairmont at about 7:45. Spartanburg to Roebuck at about 7:56. So we've got another piece of this warning up here for this other stuff that's coming out of the northern part of the county near Chesney. Really getting some heavy rain. Lots of lightning associated with this. Very, very electrical storms rolling through Greenville right now. Travelers Rest, TR, State Park Road, down 25. It's just absolutely pouring. And these are moving quickly. Latest path would have this moving through. Let's check it. Here we are. Looks like it's moving at about 45 miles per hour. That's what I'm seeing right here. Let's see. There's a morning. All right. Getting the latest in. Let me know where you're watching from. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the lightning? Are you hearing the thunder? What else are we seeing out of this activity that's rolling through your town? Let's see. Max hail in excess of about a marble size. Wind gusts are estimated by radar to be at about 56 to 60 miles per hour right now. And this has uprooted some trees in the mountains as it's moving south-southeast at about 40 miles per hour at current pace. Okay. So Taylor's to Greer to Greenville, all seeing this as it rolling on through Powdersville, Simpsonville, Woodruff Road area, Roper Mountain Road, downtown Greenville. Really about to get the worst of this as it's rolling on through these areas right now. Very heavy rainfall, lots of cloud-to-ground lightning, and it's rolling through quickly toward the south at about 40 miles per hour. So that's going to put it at your doorstep very, very quickly. But it also means it's going to put it out of your area very quickly as well. So watching all of that very closely as this rolls on through. Let's check out some of our sky cams right now. Let's check out the Peace Center sky cam. This looks towards South Maine. You can see it's getting dark, almost like it's a sunset a little bit early, right? Not quite time for that, but skies are dark in downtown. It is bearing down any minute now. Let's look at Paris Mountain. We should be able to see that. Yep, there are the dark clouds moving in. That storm is almost right over our Paris Mountain Skycam. So momentarily that Skycam is going to look a lot different. Anderson, we just checked out. We've also got Spartanburg as the storm is bearing down over North Spartanburg. You can see the skies are also getting very dark there as well. So What are you seeing in your town? Let me know what you're seeing right now, and we'll get this conversation going. Lots of dark clouds, lots of thunder and lightning certainly rolling through with this activity, and we're watching it closely for areas like Greer and Spartanburg. Rain has started in Duncan, is what we're hearing from Kara. Over in Anderson, yeah, depends on where you're at there. The worst of it's just west of downtown Anderson. Gaffney's getting it right now. Heavy rain and wind in TR. We've got Taylor's thunder, rain, dark clouds. How about Easley? Watching Easley closely, it's kind of on either side of you. Pickens and Easley, you're sandwiched in between. Not to say this activity that's over TR won't scoot into your town, but right now it looks like the worst of it's over Travelers Rest, Greenville, and then westbound through Anderson, the I-85 corridor, and then pushing south. So watching that closely, very, very closely. Buffalo, South Carolina in the house. TR's getting the heavy rain and loud thunder. Certainly lots of loud thunder. Nope, no tornadoes. Not expecting tornadoes out of this activity. South end of Homeland right now. Okay, thank you for that update, Joey. Keep me posted on what you're seeing. Forest City, heavy rain here. All right. Simpsonville's in the house. Anderson, siding is blown off. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Let me know where you're watching from. Pretty in Simpsonville, not for long. It's certainly bearing down on Simpsonville as we speak. Any minute now, honestly, it's going to be rolling through Simpsonville as we're getting new information in here. Let's go back to Doppler radar, as the warning will be continuing here for another 15 minutes here. It's 7:42, getting another storm report. 2 actually just came in from the mountains with wind damage. So we know that this line is producing some wind damage. We know it's moving quickly to the south, and it is bearing down on Highway 14, I-85 corridor right now in Greenville, downtown, really any minute now. It is absolutely pouring. And the beauty of this is live Super Doppler 4 sitting in a great spot to be able to see it. It gives us that instant look at where the storms are and also where they're not, so you can get back to your regular scheduled Saturday activities. But you bet we're still getting severe weather that is causing concern for the winds and, of course, the lightning. Our Peace Center Skycam, our Paris Mountain Skycam shows that it is happening right now. You're seeing the rain that is falling over Paris Mountain. That is a good indication that it is moving on course. You see the lights of downtown in Cherrydale right there. That is about to look a lot different as we're going to see this storm continuing to push south. Severe thunderstorm warnings in place for Greenville and Spartanburg right now. The worst of it's over for Greer. Taylors are still in the thick of it. So is downtown Greenville. But any minute now, it's going to be rolling through Simpsonville, east side of Greenville. That would include Greer, southern parts of Greer near Batesville, and then pushing down Highway 14 and onto Woodruff Road, Roper Mountain Road, Augusta Street. You're about to get some heavy rain. Rutherford Street, it's right over our studios. Griffin's been watching this closely, and you bet it's about to knock on the door of WYFF News 4. As you go up toward Piedmont Park, Paris Mountain, lots of heavy rain. Round 2, you got storms yesterday evening. Now you're getting them again today. And right along Wade Hampton Boulevard is where some of the worst of this continues to lie right now, with lots of heavy rainfall and tremendous amounts of cloud-to-ground lightning as it's rolling on through these areas of Reedville, Lyman, Spartanburg. So again, we are watching it. We have our eyes peeled on it, not seeing anything that looks tornadic whatsoever. So that's certainly good news there. But let me know where you're watching from right now. Forest City in the house. I see many watching from Greer. Spartanburg, I see in the house. Simpsonville, you are in the path of this. Kevin reporting the power is out in Duncan. So sorry to hear that. That's certainly no good. Get away from Gap Creek Road, Duncan. Okay, looks like we've got 2 reports now of some damage in Duncan. Let me know what you're seeing there in Duncan. At least the power is out. East side of Spartanburg, seeing it. Brookhaven. Yeah, no doubt. Brookhaven's about to get some heavy rainfall. Lots of cloud-to-ground lightning. Downtown Greenville to Spartanburg to Williamston. Pelham Road's in the house. Yep, Pelham, you're really in the thick of it right now with the heavy rain. We've got Toccoa in the house. Certainly watching that for you, but the worst of this activity is back toward the east of you. And honestly, I need to keep a close eye on this that's in Greenville and into Anderson. The Anderson County storm is not severe. It's not warned on, but I'm telling you, it's a strong storm. It's got a lot of lightning associated with it. And there comes another severe thunderstorm report. We've Got more reports coming out of the mountains as we speak. Watching that for you. But live Super Doppler 4 giving us that instant look at where it's storming, where it's not storming. Clemson southbound, lots of lightning. Heavy rainfall pushing through these areas right now as well. It's pushing very quickly toward the south at about 40 miles per hour. And right over the lake. Again, 2 areas that are seeing it. This is not a severe warning, but it is certainly a strong storm over Anderson, Reed Creek, Lake Hartwell pushing towards Star and Iva. And then we've also got this batch that's in Greenville. It is rocking and rolling right now. I've got alerts coming in as we speak of lightning, of wind damage, Pelham Road, a whole lot of rain, says Cynthia. Thank you for that update. It is a severe thunderstorm that goes until 8 o'clock. There goes another severe thunderstorm storm report. Watching that closely in these areas as we're getting new data in that is indicating that this is going to continue to remain a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got 2 more local storm reports coming in of wind damage in those areas. Lots of lightning being reported in TR. Seeing that in the chat. If you can, let me know what you're seeing there in TR. I've got dozens of lightning strikes stretching from Travelers Rest to Taylor's and Greer, pushing south towards Simpsonville and Woodruff, all at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. So we're watching that. We're watching it closely here. Griffin highlighted it on WYFF News 4 at 6 o'clock, and here comes another warning. Yep, we've got another warning flashing right here for Spartanburg and Cherokee County. Brand new warning in as we're watching this roll on through these areas. If you're just now tuning in, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings happening right now across the area. Many of you are seeing the dark clouds or hearing the thunder. We're watching that as it's rolling on through and giving you an updated minute-by-minute look at that activity as it's rolling on through. Live Super Doppler 4 loading up right now as it's been tracking this strong storm that's been rolling through these areas, and we're watching it minute by minute for you folks as strong storms. Gusty winds are the primary concern, but we've also got a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning out of this along with that torrential rain. Dacusville's watching in the house. Lightning very bad in Anderson and strong winds. That is honestly right below severe criteria, so it's close. It's not a severe storm, but it wouldn't surprise me if that one does flare up to a strong to severe thunderstorm warning as we're watching this closely. Cherokee County to Spartanburg County, Union, watching it closely as it's rolling on through your neck of the woods. Live Super Doppler 4 is on it. I mean, I tell you what, it's times like this, I'm so thankful to have the tools that we have at WIFF4 to keep you posted. Not only that, but we have the platform to speak to it on, okay? Greenville to Greer to Spartanburg, getting that instant look at where the storms are. Not a delay, not 2, 3, 4 minutes late. It's happening right now, and that gives us the advantage to let you know where we're seeing the strongest of the rain come on through. And in this case, it's a lot of lightning, it's some very strong winds, and a brand new severe thunderstorm warning gets us through central Pacolet, Pauline, through Cross Keys to Gaffney and Surratt. That new warning will continue for a little bit longer than the previous one. Goes until 8:30 right here. That includes all of Cherokee County, right along the I-85 corridor, pushing through Union County, and we're watching that closely as it's rolling on through these areas. You need to basically be staying put. Try not to drive in this. New storm report just came into the mountains. We've got more wind damage. This has had a history of bringing down limbs, bringing down, uprooting some trees at times in the area, and we're watching it. Our eyes are peeled on it closely here for Gaffney. If your travel is taking you along I-85, best to just kind of let this storm roll on through before you try to go anywhere. If you're at dinner right now, who's watching at the dinner table, okay? You might want to kind of hold tight, maybe order some dessert, all right? The restaurant will be happy with you there, right? Tip your waitstaff well, okay? Really just kind of let this storm ride on through. You don't want to be traveling in it, okay? Ask anybody that's in it. Check out the chat telling you the rain is torrential, the lightning is frequent. And I'm talking about one lightning strike after another, not just one lightning strike and then 10 minutes later you hear another rumble of thunder. We're talking boom, 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 okay? Watching it closely. So Greer to Simpsonville. In fact, I'm hearing the pouring rain over my home in Greenville right now, so it's bearing down on the Justice home right now. Yep, there goes some lightning flashes. So there we go. It is coming down on the east side of Greenville where I live. More severe thunderstorms rolling through the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area. This is a wide-reaching system. There goes the thunder right now. as it's rolling on through these areas. Again, live Super Doppler 4 keeping us attuned to that. Jevia Lynn, my friend, how are you? We're getting downtown Greenville. We got very lucky, Ivy says, made it home just in time. The clouds were extremely scary on the way home. Good to know there. If you can, just kind of hold tight where you're at. Best to just let this pass on through, let the storm move on out. As we're getting the chat up, you can let me know what you're seeing. Simpsonville, Five Forks, strong winds, thunder, and lightning. Please pull over if you can for safety. Yes, good idea there. You don't want to be driving in this. Don't pull over on the side of the interstate. That's what I'd say. Just maybe get off an exit if you can. Way too dangerous to pull over on the side of an interstate. Just too scary there. All right. But yeah, be careful. Power is off 290. Thank you for that update. We've got Melissa thundering in Dacusville. Thanks for keeping us informed. You bet. My pleasure. Blacksburg's in the house. We got thunder, strong winds off Highway 14 in Simpsonville. Yeah, Simpsonville is one of the areas that's getting the worst of it right now as we're watching it closely as the severe thunderstorm warning is bearing down on Greenville, Spartanburg County, Cherokee, and Union County. It is rocking and rolling right now, getting several storm reports. In fact, let me just show you the storm reports right now. We got a half dozen back toward western North Carolina from McDowell County to Henderson County, right along the I-26 corridor. As we've been watching that, our sky cams are attuned to it, and boy, oh boy, we've got that rolling on through. Griffin just shared out the strong storms. Boy, oh boy. Man, oh man. Spartanburg to Greenville, you could see it bearing down. Let's check back in on our Skycam networks right now. Tell you what, we have multiple ways to view these storms, one of which is viewing it from our cameras. The other, it is approaching downtown Greenville. You can see those strong storms approaching as we speak. Same story with Spartanburg. The skies are dark about 35 minutes early, and there it is, rocking and rolling over downtown Spartanburg. Points in between, Wofford, Greer, Lyman, Inman, Simpsonville. It is just absolutely pouring right now, and this is a severe storm capable of producing winds up to 60 miles per hour. It is not a tornadic cell. It does have some strong winds with it, though. Here's Paris Mountain, where it's absolutely pouring right now. Can't even see downtown or Cherrydale like we could see a few moments ago, so we know it's rocking and rolling right now. Same story over Anderson. It is bearing down on you as we speak. Severe thunderstorm warnings in place. You can see Portman Marina over Lake Hartwell. It's getting darker. Not quite to you yet, but it's coming. Live Super Doppler 4 in red. That means it's in alert mode. It's giving us instant data at where we're seeing these storms right now. And as I put it in motion, it's moving quickly toward the south and east at about 35 to 40 miles per hour, and it's rocking and rolling. You are telling me we're getting lots of lightning and heavy rainfall, and I can tell you right now, looking outside my window, it's just pouring. The trees are sideways right now. Where do we send pictures of the aftermath? Angel, let me know what you're seeing. You can send it to Griffin Hardy at Hearst.com. You can also send it to his Facebook page or mine right here in the chat. If you will comment with a picture, it should let you post a picture as well. We'll get that out to the masses there. I hope you don't have too bad a damage. If you can, let me know what you're seeing in your neck of the woods. Tony says it is coming down hard and heavy. Garage/beer/storm equals his happy place. All right, Tony, rock and roll, man. Be safe. Must live close by because ditto. It's rocking and rolling off Simpsonville. Josh says it's here. Absolutely. Cindy can see it heading towards Simpsonville. It is extremely dark now. Catherine, hearing the thunder off in the distance. Multiple more severe thunderstorm reports coming in as we speak. So watching that closely, watching Anderson closely. We've got the heavy rain, the lightning associated with that from Gaffney to Union. Severe warnings in place all across the upstate right now. And where there's not a warning, I'm telling you, it's still a strong storm. It's rocking and rolling over Anderson right now, just not quite to 60 miles per hour, which, hey, is good news. It's enough to cool you down. But tell you what, folks, it's like a tropical beach day outside, as humid and muggy as it has been. but you bet it is absolutely coming down right now over downtown Greenville. We could check in with our Peace Center Skycam to confirm that. Yeah, you bet. It is just torrential right now. Try to hold tight where you're at in downtown. Don't be trying to travel in this. Just let it get on out of here. So more importantly, when it's going to arrive in your town, how about when it's going to leave, right? You got things to do. You got places to go, people to see, right? It's a Saturday evening. Well, let's track the backside of this. It's moving out just as fast as it's moving in. So TR, you're about to get the better side of that. So again, this is not a track for when it's going to arrive, but rather when the back edge of the worst of it will be through. Traveler's Rest, you got about another 10, 15 minutes. Then you'll start to see the rain slack up, be a little less heavy, and it should clear out shortly after that. Taylor's about 8:15, the back edge of that's moving through. Greenville, the back edge is moving through at 8:30. So beyond 8:30 is pretty much safe. So if you can order another appetizer or another dessert possibly, go ahead and do that in downtown. Should be gone in 30 minutes, all right? Simpsonville, you're in it through about another 30, 45 minutes, at least seeing the rain, okay? So that's, again, the back edge of it, not when the worst of it's going to move through. Let's track that, and let's start with this severe thunderstorm warning that's over Gaffney, because I tell you what, that is a strong storm from Greenville downtown all the way up the I-85 corridor. Lots of lightning. If your travels are taking you on I-85 to or from Charlotte, just pull over, not on the interstate, but get off an exit. You know, go grab you some food or something like that. Just not worth it to be driving in that. Let it pass. It's moving quickly. That's the good news. So let's track when the worst of it is going to arrive for your town. Let's go from Gaffney to Spartanburg, and let's push this southeastbound into this warning box. So the worst of it will be in Gaffney any minute now. Pauline at about 8:14. My friends in West Springs at 8:29, and then Surratt at about 8:35. That's when it will be in your neck of the woods. Let's zoom in and give you a closer look at that, because I know many of you live in between there and you want to know for your town. So let's give you a closer in track here just to Cherokee County. Then we'll do Spartanburg County. So Gaffney to Cherokee Falls to Cashin Crossroads to Abingdon at about 8:27. All right, then let's scoot over here to Spartanburg County. It's over downtown Spartanburg as we speak. Let's give you a fresh track on this as it's moving in these areas of Union, Pauline, West Springs, Jonesville at about 8:27. All right, then you have Woodruff. You are imminent. If you can get inside now. You won't have long before the strongest wind and rain will be over you. It's over Simpsonville as we speak, and it's moving south toward Lawrence County. So Simpsonville to Fountain Inn, all within the next 10 or 15 minutes. That's when the worst of it will be over you. And we're watching it closely for areas in between there as well. So watching it for Enoree at about 8:22. We've got parts of Greenville happening right now. I mean, it is just torrential rain. We're talking rainfall rates here that are in excess of an inch per hour. So, you know, if this rain sits on you for any length and period of time, you're going to be seeing it roll through your neck of the woods. Looking outside, I mean, the rain is coming down in sheets as we're watching it move on through. So got the chat up right now. Shelf cloud associated with that. Got some wild pictures right down as it's rolling through Greenville, Greer, Simpsonville. That shelf clouds, that basically looks like a shelf. And what's happening here is we've got strong winds rolling on through. Cindy says, looks dark and scary. I cannot post pictures. Well, be safe, Cindy. Caroline watching in Anderson right now. It's kind of on either side of you. Got two different areas and a brand new warning coming in here as we're getting new data in. It is telling us that we need to watch this activity that's over Greenville. Brand new warning just in. Let's get to that as we're speaking right now. It is absolutely pouring outside. Brand new warning for Greenville, Lawrence, Spartanburg County. Lawrence, you're now included solidly in this warning, which gets us to about 8:45, all right? Getting us to about 8:45 right here as we're watching this roll on through. It is extremely dark out, lots of thunder and lightning associated with this, and a brand new warning that includes downtown Greenville, south to Waterloo, basically all the way down the 385 corridor to the 26 split, and even into where it edges with Newberry County. Strong winds, lots of lightning associated with that, and we're getting multiple reports of damaging winds behind this. So as many as now 10 reports in western North Carolina of some downed trees or tree limbs. So that's the strongest part. Lots of lightning. I mean, I'm seeing One lightning strike out. There it goes. I mean, that thunder was right after that strike here by my house, so you know it's close by if that's happening. I'm surprised the kids have not run in here yet, to be honest with you. Watching it closely, Griffin highlighted this on WYFF News 4 at 6 o'clock, and really throughout the afternoon we've been telling you just how humid it is, how muggy, and that's been fueling these storms. Stephanie says, looks like it just flew by North Lake. It's quiet now. Wind has stopped and no more rain. Okay. Yeah, you got that lightning. Again, that's a strong storm in Anderson County, but the worst of it right now sits over this warned area in Greenville, Eastern Anderson, Abbeville County now included in that, at least the tail end of that right there. So let's track this right in here. I'll give you a broad track first, then we'll get in closer. So Pauline, Enoree, Lawrence, and Clinton, all between now and 9 o'clock. It's just pouring. Lots of heavy rainfall, lots of lightning associated with it. And that cloud-to-ground lightning is honestly some of the strongest part of this storm as it's rolling on through. The wind has been up to 58 miles per hour from my clock on Live Super Doppler 4. We've had reports of higher than that. Watching that closely. So let's get in town by town. Let's start with Greenville County as this is rolling on through right now. And Live Super Doppler 4 right there on the periphery of it. I mean, really, our Doppler's about to get the storm right over it as well. So watching this closely, we'll kind of map it out for Moonville, Gant, Golden Grove, Barksdale, areas in between. Coming down hard and heavy off Woodruff Road. We've got Pauline, and then we got this other side of it right here moving through as well. So putting a track on that. Spartanburg County to Enoree. Kind of moving through like that. So Fountain Inn to Dutchman, Simpsonville, it's happening right now. All right, what are you seeing in your neck of the woods? Let's check out our sky cams. Downtown Greenville just still pouring. Back out of that a little bit. There you go. So yeah, anywhere in downtown Greenville. I mean, just hang tight. Give it 20, 30 minutes. It should be out of here by 8:30. Looking at the back edge of this through Traveler's Rest, where my TR folks at. It'll be rolling through you and out shortly thereafter. Probably about 8:15, 8:20. You'll be able to get back to your already scheduled and progress Saturday evening. So, yeah, Live Super Doppler 4 mapping it out from Gaffney to Spartanburg to Traveler's Rest, and we're watching it closely. Our eyes are peeled. Watching it outside of my home here on the east side of Greenville. Lauren and the kids, I can hear them over there. The thunder is loud. I mean, there is a small river going through my yard as we speak. Williamson, Pelzer going to get it from both sides. More just the one that's over Anderson County right now. This is actually going into Hart County. That is a strong storm. Watching that closely. It's getting pretty dark here in Simpsonville. Wind blowing sideways in Simpsonville, but no rain yet. Depends on what part of Simpsonville you're in. It is pouring on the north side of Simpsonville, but if you're in downtown south, not quite there yet. What else we got? Power on at my house in Spartanburg, but it has flickered on and off at times. Thank you for that report. That wind is certainly something to contend with as it's rolling on through these areas, and we're watching that very, very closely. So where else are you guys watching from right now? Let's get that up right here. Put the Doppler back on here before you can see it. All right, move myself out of the way right here. So, again, watching that part closely as the main part of the storm is honestly rolling through Greenville as we speak right now. Gaffney just got crazy. I've got video. Tim, send it on in. Go to the news tips section of our WYFF4 webpage. I know our producers in Griffin would love to see it for our broadcast tonight. Please do share. That's how we keep folks safe in these type of situations, is by knowing and seeing what we're seeing on Doppler is happening in real time. in these areas. So again, thank you guys for watching right now. Thank you for participating and letting us know what you're seeing in your neck of the woods, because that is oh so important when we're talking about severe weather that can be causing damage in some locations. So we know it can be impactful to you, and we need folks to take it seriously. So watching that very closely. Fork Shoals just got a little wind and some darkness. What about Pendleton? Sky's got a bit darker in Honey Path. All right. Watching that and watching what we have over our area right now, because the strong winds have been the main concern, and we've been getting reports that wind has been causing damage at times. So I've been watching it closely here. Soon as we got home from my niece and nephew's birthdays were today, sky started getting dark. Lauren and I were watching the radar. I was driving. She was keeping an eye on radar on the drive home from Hendersonville. And sure enough, we started seeing the alerts come up, and we were basically outrunning the storm. It was about 20 miles behind us. We're able to get home, and sure enough, it is coming down hard and heavy right now. So a lot going on. If you're just now tuning in, we've got severe weather rolling through the area right now, and new alerts streaming in as we speak. One over Gaffney. They're going to continue that warning. They're also going to continue the warning right now for Greenville, Lawrence to Abbeville County. That's what's new right now. If you're just now tuning into this live stream, maybe you're watching from dinner or planning to go to dinner, it is really pouring, coming down hard and heavy. Multiple warnings for basically all of the upstate. Some of you are missing it. I mean, if you live in Pickens and Easley, it's all around you. You've seen the dark clouds. The storms are off in the distance. But yeah, it is absolutely pouring in many areas of Greenville right now, as this line is pushing toward the south and east very, very quickly. Watching it in those locations. So what are you seeing in your town as we are mapping this out? Crazy lightning. We're by the zoo. Christine, thank you for that. Yeah, the lightning. You don't warn a severe thunderstorm by the lightning, but you bet lightning can certainly be one of the most impactful parts of a storm, because it's coming down hard and heavy. So again, we'll watch that very closely for you folks. And right now, the strongest part of the storm is over Cherokee County, Spartanburg County to Greenville. So, live Super Doppler 4 giving us that instant look at where the storms are the worst. Seems to be tapering off on Pelham Road, says Cynthia. Thank you for that update. That is very helpful, because as we're seeing the worst of that kind of push through Simpsonville right now, it appears that that could be part of the area that is beginning to slack up is Greer, Taylor's, and Travelers Rest. Looks like our queue with TR clearing out. You still got some lightning. I mean, the lightning, not just where it's the heaviest rain, but also where we're seeing the back edge of the storm rolling through. Look at those lightning strikes north of TR, and the worst of the storms over Greenville. So good news here. They're trimming back the alert for Greenville and Spartanburg County. Travelers Rest, you're no longer in a severe thunderstorm warning, but that is more for southern parts of Greenville County into Lyman, Spartanburg, Pauline. It's those areas that are still under the warning. Travelers Rest, you are not included in that warning, but it is close by you. And watching it for you folks in Gaffney, still in that warning with strong winds that by Doppler's estimates sit around 50 miles per hour. So we know it's got strong winds. We know that it's been producing damage in some locations as it rolls on through these areas. So again, Laura also mentioning it tapering off near the Haywood Mall. Thank you for that update there. It does look like the back edge of that is now pushing south of downtown Greenville, still pouring over Simpsonville. It is still pouring outside of my house, I can guarantee. Yeah, we're still in the thick of it. Here over the east side of Greenville, which is kind of where we are in that yellowish red right there. Go down Augusta is pouring. Roper Mountain Road. Where am I, Roper Mountain Road people? I wish I had recorded it, but I was so scared I kept both hands on the wheel. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Be safe out there, folks. Would much rather you get where you're going safely than have a storm report any day. Thank you for that update, though. Storm came through here about 40 minutes ago, left us with no power on Seneca and Kiwi area. Hope it's back soon. Brenda, me too. Yeah, no doubt. That was a strong storm, and it had a lot of lightning with it, but that is actually not a severe thunderstorm. It's a strong storm. You're sitting over there in Anderson County saying, what do you mean it's not a severe storm? It's strong. You bet. It just doesn't have winds that are in excess of 60 miles per hour or hail that's in excess of an inch. That would classify as a severe storm, which is what we have here in Greenville, Spartanburg, and Cherokee County. So again, watching it very, very closely. Woodruff Road and I-85 calming down. Okay, so yep. Getting the back edge of that. Like we said, it's moving quickly to the south, so you're wondering, okay, when's it going to be in my town and when's it going to be out, right? I got to get to and from. Let's start with the worst of it. Where's the worst of it going to be and when? So pushing this out right here, find a town near you. Okay, Pauline, Enoree, Union to Joanna between now and 9:15. So that gets you out the next hour or so. Okay, you go back here toward Greenville County to Spartanburg County, putting a track on that activity, rolling through these areas. So Pauline, Barksdale, Lawrence, and then Clinton by about 9 o'clock. All right, that gets you there. And then let's go back here toward the west. I mean, this is just really pouring right over our Doppler site, pushing south in these areas. So Piedmont to Princeton, Ware Shoals, and Honeypath between now and 9:15. Let's track this cell that is not severe, but is rolling right down the valley there from Hartwell, right over the dam right now, and it's pushing quickly toward Lounsville. This is a strong storm with lightning and heavy rainfall. It's moving toward Mount Carmel, Lounsville, Lake Succession, Calhoun Falls, and Charleston Crossroads between now and 8:52. The good news is it looks like our storm reports are beginning to slow up, so not getting as many reports of severe damage as we had back toward the mountains, but very heavy rainfall, lots of cloud-to-ground lightning happening right now over Greenville. So when's it moving out? Well, TR, you're almost out of it right on cue. I said about 8:15. It looks like the worst of it's at least out of there, so you probably can get to where you need to be as long as you're not driving south. So let's track the back edge of this and let you know when it's going to stop. This would be when the worst of it, at least the heaviest of the rain, is going to begin to start to slow back down. So Greenville now looks like about 8:15 to 8:20. Simpsonville by about 8:34 is when you'll start to see it slack up, depending on what part of Simpsonville you're in, of course. Simpsonville's like Greer, one of those areas that you say one thing and it's like, well, I live 15 minutes south of there. Yeah, Simpsonville's a big zip code. So it's Fountain Inn. So 8:43 to Enoree at about 8:55 is when the back edge of that's rolling through. Storm reports. I got another one just came in here that is over the Greenville-Spartanburg County line. Got reports of some downed trees. This would be, I believe, some of that stuff that was coming in near Duncan. Campobello here. Tree and power line down near Good Join and Babb Road. Time frame estimated by radar. Yeah, watching that closely. We've got some seriously strong storms rolling through the area there in Campobello. All right. And again, this rolls through. You got some more activity back here toward the north. But as a whole, this is going to bring in a better day for us tomorrow. So the severe threat for us tonight, really now, is in the low to medium category. Tomorrow, things are going to get cooking again in the afternoon, which could lead to some strong storms in the afternoon as we get very, very hot yet again. So we're looking at severe storms not being as frequent or as likely tomorrow, but certainly worth noting that we'll need to watch that closely as this rolls on through the area. So you let me know what you're seeing in your neck of the woods as we are monitoring this on live Super Doppler 4, giving us instant looks at that. Griffin alerted you on WYFF News 4 earlier that this was coming, and here it is. We've got that. More South Carolina. Amanda, the worst of it does appear to be just to your west, but you certainly can expect some heavy rainfall and some lightning. Is it moving quickly? It absolutely is. It's coming in quickly. It's also moving out quickly. So that's the good news is it's not going to take up your whole evening where you got to kind of hold tight, but it is certainly rocking and rolling and moving through at a pretty rapid pace there. Good little rain on the west side of Spartanburg. Very grateful. Terry, yeah, we could use some rain in some locations, especially because of how hot it's been. It's been extremely hot here lately. Extremely hot. So again, watching this in these areas as it's rolling on through Hart County, Anderson County, live Super Doppler 4 mapping out this severe thunderstorm as it's in these areas, rolling very, very quickly toward the south and east over Gaffney. Severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45 in Lawrence, Spartanburg, Greenville counties, and then in Union, Cherokee, and Spartanburg counties. This other side of the warning goes until 8:30. So the worst of it does appear to be moving south of downtown Spartanburg, south of downtown Greenville as we speak, as live Super Doppler 4 is hot on the case this storm. It does appear, if only slightly, that it is beginning to weaken just a little bit. It's still packing a punch, got lots of lightning out of it as it's rolling on through, but it is a beefy storm. I mean, this is a strong storm as it's rolling on through. Live Super Doppler 4 giving us that instant look. Charlotte, Mecklenburg about to go under a warning. Getting that closely here as we're watching it. As severe weather continues to move through the area right now. So a new warning imminent here for Mecklenburg County. That would be along the I-85 corridor heading up towards Charlotte, as that line is bearing down on Charlotte as well. And then we've got this activity over downtown Greenville to Enoree to Gaffney. Simpsonville, things are calming down a little bit. I can hear the rain be a little less heavy over downtown Greenville. Lightning just spotted off Woodruff. All right, thank you for that update. Woodruff to Gray Court to Enoree. Yeah, lots of lightning, heavy rainfall. I will tell you, the lightning not as frequent, the rain not as heavy. So there are some signs that this is trying to slow down a little bit. And the good news is, folks, I'm not talking about tornadic activity here. This is just strong wind activity with a lot of lightning associated with it. We've been watching that closely here. And strong winds and lightning are the main threat. But now that the sun is going down and now that the area has kind of seen the worst of it move through Greenville, it does appear that it's slowly weakening. Not to say it's not going to be a strong storm as it rolls through your neck of the woods, but certainly going to rock and roll with some heavy rainfall and some lightning, but should not be as severe. So I'm going to kind of go take a look at what's going on with the storm reports. I can tell you, folks, I'll keep the warning up here. You can tune in to WYFF News 4. Griffin has the crawl up at the top of your screen on WYFF 4. And, of course, on WYFF News 4 at 11 o'clock tonight, he will have the latest with the storm reports, pictures that you've got, and let you know what we can expect for tomorrow, because things do simmer down a bit tomorrow. The heat cranks up, but the storms should not be as widespread tomorrow. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. But the idea that we've seen such strong storms today, the idea that we get it again tomorrow and see the same exact thing, highly unlikely. It's hard to get them 2 days in a row, especially with a storm of this magnitude. Kind of works over the atmosphere, if you will. But you can bet it's going to be very muggy behind this. Anita says, it scared my poor cat to death. Sorry, Anita. Yeah, these storms and that lightning and that thunder will certainly do that. Whether they're your four-legged friends, your kids, whatever it is, somebody's coming running to you whenever it starts storming like this. I'm at 14 and 85, seeing clear skies and some rain. All right, looks like it's trying to clear out slowly but surely. All right, folks, I'll be back as conditions warrant. It does look like the worst of the storm is pushing south of Greenville and Spartanburg. Heads up Lawrence, heads up Greenwood. I'm watching it closely for you, and I'm going to keep a close eye on this. But right now, I do see the worst of this is beginning to have already happened. It's still packing a lot of rain, moving through Lawrence, Greenwood, Union, Gaffney, Abbeville, and Greenwood counties. Could see some more of this activity as it rolls on through. There's that warning being posted for the Charlotte area. National Weather Service said it was coming. There it is. Charlotte, Mecklenburg, if your travels are up that way. Metro Charlotte now included in that severe thunderstorm warning. That goes until 9 p.m. So moving fast. That's the good news with this. Things will be clearing out for Greenville if you've been at dinner. You could probably start to head on home by 8:30. Things will be moving out very quickly thereafter. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this, folks. If you will, let me know what you've seen in your town in the comments section here. I sure appreciate you. I'm thankful to you for watching. Thankful to you for trusting our team when it comes to severe weather. Perella, Griffin, Sydney, we love what we do. And our commitment to you is to keep you safe during severe weather. So here we are, strong storms on a Saturday evening, but the good news is it will not be all night. Things are looking up for the rest of the night. I'll keep you posted as conditions warrant.